This is one of the most frustrating and most devastating match in the 2026 World Cup, where Germany beat Curacao 7-1. Now, how does this happen? Let's watch carefully and analyze all the goals so that others can learn. Now, let's begin from the first goal. Now, this is how the goal happened. They laid the pass and they fired the shot and into the net. Now, let's go back and analyze how the goal happened. Look at this particular time, if you notice very carefully, all the Curacao players were not marking any of the German players. So Germany, as an experienced World Cup team, already understand this, that this team are not marking us. With that experience, they took advantage of the Curacao team. Look at the position of all the Curacao players. They are not marking anybody. It's either they are behind the German players or they are marking themselves, lining up on the same line. Did you see that error clearly? Observe it carefully and see. Meanwhile, the German footballers saw this opportunity and they were penetrating them in a one-touch formula. Now, what they did is, since they know that these people were not marking them, all they do is they do a one-touch and use that principle to beat them. And the moment they came to this 18 and discovered that they had this opportunity, even look carefully, look at the position. They now simply lay the pass for somebody, he ran from nowhere and just kicked the ball, and that was a goal. Now, let's check the second goal and see what happened. Now, this is the only goal that Curacao players scored, and this was a lay-down goal. Anybody could score that. He just ran from nowhere and met the ball and fired the ball because he was in the right position. So, this is the only goal that the Curacao player were able to score. Now, let's check out the German second goal. Now, look at. We watch carefully and look at what happened. Now, there is a corner and there is a header. And let's go back and analyze this second goal. Pause. Now, look at. The German player were clustered in the same place in the middle. Meanwhile, the Curacao player were off. They were not marking any of the German player in the 18-yard box. So that clustering the German used were able to give them the opportunity to head that ball into the net, and that was how the second goal happened. Now, the third goal was a penalty. Look at a simple dribbling that led to a penalty, and that was the third goal. Let's see how he scored this penalty. Now, he put the keeper in another direction. Now, this is the fourth goal. Let's go back carefully and watch how Musiala scored the goal. Look at how the ball penetrated through them. Now, imagine now, look at all the Curacao players. The same problem. They were not marking any of the German players. They were not marking. They were creating space, opening space for them. Their eyes were just following the ball alone. And Germany took advantage of this. Now, look at what Musiala did here. Look at the player that was marking him was not even ready to stretch his leg. Every experienced defender is supposed to know that you are supposed to block that ball. But he was just following Musiala, and Musiala scored the goal. And that was the fourth goal. Now, let's check out the fifth goal. Now, look at the pass. Look at the pass. As simple as that. Now, if you still observe, it's still the same mistake. Pause. Now, look at them. They were not marking the German players. Germany already understood that these people were not marking them. Look at the same position again. They were not marking all the German players. They had this opportunity, they had this knowledge, and they were using it to counter them as much as possible. If not for the grace of time, they would have scored up to 10 goals. Now, let's check out the last goal. You will observe that it is still the same problem. Look at all of them. They were lining up. The German players were free, and they were dropping pass anyhow, and they were scoring. So every other team, young team, should understand that the moment football comes to your 18, all you need to do is start marking your opponent. By the time you mark them very well, they will not have the opportunity to score. Now, look at it here. Look at 3 German players free, and the 3 Curacao players were just standing on their own. Why won't they score? Why would they have a lot of space to score? And that was how they were banging goals. They were banging goals until they scored Curacao 7-1. What is your opinion? What do you think?